Hello everybody. This is going to be a little bit of a different video because I was thinking about, this stuff that um essentially I was talking about a bit in class today. Honestly, don't you could listen to me a little bit, but I am just a teenager. I am not an expert. I have only been in this world for not very long, for less than 2 decades, so I do not have this much experience. But I think we need to talk. I was watching this Technoblade video. I know Technoblade's a G, bro, completely unrelated to this content, bro. And essentially, he played Skywars and talked about life, essentially. And I thought of like what I wanted to do, when I was older. I'm gonna do a new save file because I haven't done that yet. Um, let's do that. Might as well try it. Let's try it. Um, essentially, I was thinking about, future jobs. I want to be a firefighter, a cop, or one of those. But ever since I was like, I don't know, since I'm going to turn the game volume down a little bit. Ever since I was like, I don't know, in like, I want to say kindergarten, I was always wanted to be a cop, Because I wanted to be a canine cop to be specific. Because one, originally, my original intention was because I liked bossing people around, and I also liked animals. And that's a bad reasoning because I could also be a vet, but I probably would not make a good vet because I'd be one, stressed out all the time, and two, I guess that's also a bad reason I wouldn't be a cop, but whatever. Shut up. Um, I feel like I remember one of these firefighter trainings that I had because I'm a volunteer. I almost passed out, bro. Just because of the thought of blood. Not even like seeing blood, but the thought of it was just terrible. So, anyways, I'm getting off track. I wanted to be canine cop because, like dogs. Um, I'm more of a cat person looking back on it, but whatever, shut up. Stop bullying me. Um, yeah, essentially, that's what I wanted, and I've always wanted that. But recently, I've been scheduling for classes in the future. There's this little program for EMTs up at this other school. I guess you could call it a school building. Um, that's actually an elective, but I had to sacrifice a few things I loved. Well, kind of. I didn't really like band. Band's not really a thing I love anymore, but that's whatever. Um, I have to take a virtual class in order to do it because I also want to do German. Ishmag German. That's not how you say German in German. Oh my god. Anyways, I probably didn't even say the whole sentence right, bro. Ishmag Deutsch. I don't know why I'm collecting coins. I guess it would look cool if I got max coins.
Ambush, soul gem.
Anyways, but I was scheduling classes, talking to my dad, and he said to me, you don't, I know you've wanted to be a cop your entire life, but what if you want to do something a little different? That was kind of outlandish to me, knowing the fact that I've been wanting to be a cop since I was like basically just out of the womb. I was like 6 years old. I wasn't even alive for a decade yet. Not even close to a decade yet. Actually, I was close. I was like 4 years away. But shut up. That's still far in my mind. At least at the time, because 4 years or 6 years isn't a lot. 6 years is less than half of my lifespan. But whatever. But it was outlandish to me because I've been wanting to be a cop for years, and actually now I don't even want to be a canine cop. I kind of want to. I would be fine with a canine cop, but I want to be a cop as well because I see that I enjoy helping people. That's literally what I like to do. So hearing that maybe there's an off chance that I would have to change decisions was outlandish to me. Because I'm a stubborn person by nature. I'm really stubborn. That's just how it is. That's just how I am. You gotta love traits given to your parents. but but he made a pretty fair point in my opinion. He made a fair point that there's a chance that you're not even going to do what you think you're doing. God's like laughing in my face, like, oh, your plan? It's not going to your plan. What do you mean, your plan? There was never your plan. It was my plan all along, you fool. You idiot. You scum. He wouldn't call it a scum, but basically what my point being is you have never really planned your life, and thinking back on it, that's fair. I looked at other possible career options that could be that I would want to take. I want to take psychology. That could be useful for other things, like therapist, even though therapist doesn't get paid a lot. At least oftentimes doesn't get paid a lot, but whatever. Um, and I also had this conversation today with there's this kid in my partners in PE class. He is a senior, and he basically said to me, you don't have to have your life totally planned out because life can change very slowly or very drastically, and I think that's fair. You never know what life is gonna throw at you, and this is coming from from a teenager that has been homeschooled for a couple years. Actually, no, homeschooling has nothing to do with it. But anyways, he had a really fair point. Looking back at what my dad said, I think that's a fair point. You don't have to have it all planned out. Even though I've been wanting that job since I was like really young. But that's just the fact that, and if you watch my live streams, you just see how crazy and wild I am sometimes. So this is kind of crazy coming from me, but this is genuinely an important topic, I think. Because most people, at least what I've heard of, just go to college. Like, some of my family members do that. They go to college for something, and then they end up either doing something different or doing something that doesn't even require a degree at all. They just go to college because that's what society wants you to do, but you don't have to go to college. And now don't listen to me and be like, oh, Ambush Play says I don't have to go to college. No, you should, if it, you should, but you should at least have an idea of what you're doing. Like, an idea. But then again, like I said, you don't, things change, things can happen. Like, my dad's case, but essentially, he's like, what if you're being a cop and you lose your limbs or one of your arms? I'm like, I don't know. And I said as a joke, I could probably be one of the paraplegic Olympics. I mean, that genuinely looks cool, but we all know I don't have enough skill to do that. No. I don't think, no. Maybe I'll just work at fast food place. No. Or maybe I could use Skylanders full time, but my dad would kill me because he would be like, one, I'm wasting my money on these toys, and two, legit, why are you wasting your life on this YouTube stuff, man? And I get it, it's fair, but especially since it's more of a hobby, it's not really a thing I'm, gonna do, as a way of making money. I don't think I'm ever gonna make money on this channel. I still enjoy it though, and I have no idea. We'll find out. You never know what life throws at you. That's basically the whole point of this video that I'm making. I'm playing through the first level for the 17th time, talking about your life is not, control. I mean, you do have some control of what, decisions you make and decisions you do, but overall, the stuff you end up doing, like jobs or like life-wise, for all you know, you might not be meant to do it. And I know that might suck to hear, and especially unbelievable from, well, me. I did not mean to grab that cool soul gem. I already have this soul gem on my main save or whatever. I'm not gonna grab that photo frame. I already have it on my main save again. Anyways, back on topic. I am running out of things to say. You don't have to have your life planned out. Essentially, what I'm just saying is, you have time. Genuinely, I think best advice, even if I'm not following it, which I probably should follow my own advice if I'm gonna make advice. Don't have your sights set on one specific career path. you know, there's a chance you'll make it that path, but who knows, you might change it. Believe it or not, my dad, who by the way used to be a teacher and is now a coach and a youth pastor at 2 churches, wanted to be a vet. And me, I never saw him as, like, he likes animals, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't, like, as a person that lives with, my mom's a vet, she loves animals. I've never seen him as a person that, like, loves animals. He likes animals, don't get me wrong, but a vet, I would never see him as a vet. No offense. And he was also telling me a bunch of career pathways that, you know, that family or friends wanted to do, but never did them. Like, for example, my aunt wanted to be a social worker, but instead she's a therapist. And that could be, things change, whether it's like, oh, I like this more, or I don't like it, or even the guy I was talking to today was thinking about being like a video game developer, but he genuinely when he tried the class, he didn't really like it. And I'm like, I guess that's fair. You know? And my dad's whole point being is either you change your mind on something, like let's say you don't like it, which I like volunteering though. It's a good thing that I found at least something I like to do. That could be a career. And you know, what was I gonna say? I'm blanking. No. But I was going for one thing, and that was to be a cop. And I recently, why did my search? Oh, that's what I remember what I was gonna say. Your life can be changed either slowly or so suddenly. Like, let's say, like I said, I lose a limb, or anything like life-changing happens, and you decide to change your mind on your future. Anything can change your future. You never know. That's how it is. Like, that's essentially what I'm saying here. And I am enjoying what I'm doing, but for all we know, I might be a freaking, I don't know. For all we know, I might be a therapist all the way in Chicago. We don't know. We don't know. By the way, I don't live in Chicago. Chicago is the first city I had in mind. Yeah, you never know. You never know what comes to you. So yeah. And will you stop?
Do you believe in magic, Skylander?
And also, the reason I'm recording videos is because I don't know my brother's streaming. He doesn't seem like he's in the mood to stream. I don't know. I'm not communicating with him because I don't want to get yelled at. So, so that is my teen philosophy for the day.
Respect nature.
Yeah, Ambush's Sky Chi's not good against a single target. It's really not. He's overpowered overall, but he is not good for Doomlanders. That is just a fact. He is just not good.
Disrupted Chaos's mind magic.
Anyways, basically what I'm saying is God's probably up there saying, "You fool! You think you had a control on your plans? Your plans? You fool! Really? You thought that you had a choice?" Essentially is what I'm bringing at. Yeah, so I think my best advice, take time slow. As a person that's really young, I'm already being like, oh, I'm so old because I live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of elementary schools. So like, I remember when I wasn't thinking about jobs. Legit, I ate paper. That is legit all I thought about. Eating paper and when is lunch. Because I always forgot what time was lunch. I always forgot for some reason, even though I went to that school and had that same time for a long time. For a whole year, yet I still never remembered. I still have this issue today. I never know when class periods end. I could be a senior in high school and I'll probably never know when the class periods end. And back when I was in middle school, I never remembered. I always forgot. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Ugh! This is nightmare mode in my defense. Okay, so can we like chill out? Can we like chill? Okay. Well, anyways, that is my. I'm gonna finish this boss fight and then end the video. Oh, and I just dropped my phone. That's gonna be the end of this philosophical video. Legit, I just wanted to post something, and it was on my mind for a bit, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair. She could turn stuff. Could she turn stuff into gold or like coins? That'd be cool if she did. Well, anyways, that is my I don't know how to say it, but that is my lesson to you, to my young viewers, because most of my viewers are around the same age as me, sometimes even older than me, sometimes even younger than me too. But essentially, that is my lesson. How long were we recording for? 12 minutes. Okay, that wasn't bad. See a short video, and I can get content out. Free content!